Well, Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban says he would like to see anti-immigration parties dominating the European Parliament. The EU is holding parliamentary elections this year. The vote could lead to big changes in the Executive European Commission and also change the regional political landscape. Well, for more now, I'm joined by Wojciech Przybylski. He is the editor-in-chief of the European political magazine Visegrad Insight. Thanks so much for speaking to us. We can't really be surprised that Viktor Orban would make such a statement, but how much momentum does he have? Is his anti-immigration stance actually influencing others in Europe?
Well, it did influence a lot in the past. The agenda of immigration set up by Hungary has been the pivotal moment for the Visegrad Group in relationship to the European Union. And now we can see that he's trying to double the trick. However, the momentum for anti-immigration in the European parliamentary elections in Poland, for instance, is not as strong and is unlikely to be such a dominating factor as in the previous parliamentary campaign, national campaigns. So we will only see. You can absolutely agree with Viktor Orban that he used the migration crisis to put it on the front, on the banner of his foreign policy, and this is how he achieved enormous success. Otherwise, not a very important country with the weakest economy in the Central Europe among the four countries of Visegrad. Yet, because of the symbols, because of the strong narrative, he has pushed his goals, foreign policy goals, to the forefront of the grouping in the region.
He's not the only one to have exploited anti-immigration sentiment in Europe. And I mean, the EU, has traditionally been open to immigration. It stands for free movement between its own member states. But do you think we could see the EU start to veer away from its more humanitarian, open border nature because of countries like Hungary and even the UK, who's made a huge issue of immigration in Brexit, for example?
Well, there is a difference between what Viktor Orban proposes and what European policy is about. The European policy is about controlling borders, bringing predictability and control over a process that is inevitable. While Viktor Orban is proposing something else. He has an ideological stance that says complete zero migration, no new people in Europe. And the result, of course, backfires. In his own country, he had to put new laws, new labor laws that are called slave laws, pushing people to work more for less privileges, less money, because the efficiency of the internal labor market is not enough if you take away migration.
Right. Interesting point. Okay, Wojciech Przybylski, we'll have to leave it there. Thank you so much for joining us.